Every gamer in the realm of gaming knows that for every great game, you get a bad one. So, today, I'm going to cover the top 9 worst games I've ever had the displeasure of playing. Here we go. At number 9, we have Dash of Destruction for the Xbox Live Arcade. Now, I'm being kinda unfair with this game. It was free, and so yeah, and it was free, but it was a pretty darn horrible game. The only thing going for it is that you can get 200, 200 achievements in like 10 minutes, but I'm not that much of an achievement person. And it was based on a stupid gimmick of Doritos. Is basically the premise of the game is you're either a dinosaur or a Doritos delivery truck, and you had to deliver these different. You either had delivered Doritos, getting chased by a T-Rex, or be the T-Rex trying to eat the different trucks. And I found it easier on the T-Rex side was harder, but even that wasn't hard. So a pretty terrible game, but not the worst on this list, not even close. So yep, that's Dash of Destruction for Xbox Live Arcade. And number 8, we have The Lost World Jurassic Park for the Sega Genesis. This game was released in 1997, which might add to the reason why it's so crappy. But anyways, it might be that I just don't understand the game. It was confusing, and I thought the controls were really terrible. Hit detection was horrifying, and everything about it was just stupid. I really didn't enjoy this game 1%. I thought it was really dumb. And so yeah, that's The Lost World Jurassic Park on the Sega Genesis. Pretty terrible, but not even close to being the worst. At number 7, we have another Sega Genesis game called Combat Cars. This game, it looked pretty interesting. I thought it might be kind of cool. It was really stupid, and it had crappy controls, crappy weapons, crappy everything about it was crappy. Even the tracks, the characters, everything about it was just screaming, I'm a terrible game. And yeah, so it's really bad, and I recommend you stay away from it. So yeah, that's Combat Cars on the Sega Genesis. Pretty terrible. Number 6, we have Real Monsters for the Sega Genesis. And I promise you that there are no more Sega Genesis games after this. Anyways, so Real Monsters, yeah, show I never cared for much and thought was pretty stupid looking. And it has a stupid game. It's really lame. There were no, like, maybe if I played it more it would have been okay, but it was so dumb that I had no reason to play much of it. It had weird graphics. It was like the attacks were awkward, and everything about the game was so awkward and felt so unpolished. And yeah, so that's and licensed games used to be better back then, so this is like really lame compared to, say, like Aladdin on the Genesis. So yeah, that's Real Monsters, and yeah, it's pretty dumb. This is, this is where we start getting to the terrible games. Really terrible games. Here we have The Land Before Time Great Valley Racing Adventure for the original PlayStation. Now, I liked the Land Before Time movies back in the day, so I guess that's probably why I got this game, and it was horrible. It's one of the worst racing games behind one other game that's on here that's a racing game that I've ever played. The controls were terrible, the graphics were laughable, the voice acting was blood curdling. It was ear bleedingly bad, and everything about it was so glitchy, and it wasn't 1% fun. It was so boring and stupid that I just wanted to crack the disc in half every time I played it. So yep, that's The Land Before Time Great Valley Racing Adventure. Horrible game, stay away from it, far away. In a land, I guess, after time. At number 4, we have a Game Boy Color game by the name of Tonka Racing. And this is a horrible game. The graphics were terrible. The controls were terrible. The Rumble edition was terrible. Everything about this game was terrible. I'm glad I didn't pay a cent for it. So if they did, I'd be very angry. This, I can't really say much else about it. It's just a bad game. At number 3, we have Tiny Toon Adventures Plucky's Big Adventure. I love Tiny Toons. It's one of my favorite cartoons of all time. And Plucky is one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character. He's hilarious. But he got this game, and that stinks. There's one other Tiny Toon games I had for the PS1, and it was The Great Beanstalk. That game was actually, it was cool, like it was wicked easy and really childish, but it had great animation for a PS1 game. It looked really beautiful at times, and it was just fun, more fun to watch than play, even though it was cool to play too. It was a decent game, and this was absolute monstrosity of terrible crap. And why? It's an adventure game, like a point-and-click adventure. You don't really know what to do. The graphics are pixelated looking and are really, really lame. And everything about this game is lame. Like, you don't know what to do like half the time, like 4/5 of the time. And it was like I could only play it for like 2 minutes at a time. It was so bad. And then, yeah, it was terrible. And it really like is a bad mark on the Tiny Toons reputation. But thankfully, it doesn't matter much because the show is great. So yep, that's Tiny Toons Plucky's Big Adventure. Here we go, the top 2. Here we go, the 2 officially worst games I have ever played. Number 2, sorry, is a Game Gear game that I got for free with my Game Gear. And, like, I wasn't expecting a game this bad. I was really intrigued by it. It's called Chicago Syndicate. And, I mean, I played Sonic 2 first because I love that, even on the Game Gear. But then I popped this in, and you are introduced by this ear-piercing theme song that makes you want to tear your hair out. It's terrible. Anyways, sorry, but it was so bad, and the graphics were dumb. You couldn't go backwards in the game. It's a beat 'em up, and you can't go backwards in the game. The controls were terrible. It was way too hard. Thankfully, I don't have it anymore. It was just a terrible game. And a really, really bad beat 'em up. And this game makes Dash of Destruction look good. I mean, it was that bad. But no. not as bad as number one. Number one, maybe just for nostalgic, but in a bad way, reasons. But this is amazing compared to the game coming up. And here is number one. Number one is the Scrap Glover. Okay. This game is a load of crap. It's called Glover. Platformers are it's my favorite genre. And this game is the worst game I've ever played. I haven't played the Superman 64s and Action 52s of games. No, I haven't played those. But this is just the ones I've played. Glover has everything bad about a game. Terrible puzzles, terrible platforming, awful graphics, and the most stupid premise of all time. Well, one of the most stupid premises. And it's so clunky, and I couldn't play it much at a time. I tried, because here's a story, the nostalgic bad story I was talking about. It might not really even be the worst game on this list, but this is why I hate it so much. I brought all my PS1 games to California so I could play them and stuff, and then my mom's friends' kids, which were my friends too, but one thing I didn't like that they did is that when they were fighting, I don't know who it was, but they cracked the disc of Gex, which was one of my favorite games on the PS1 back in the day. And yeah, so they had to get me a replacement game. I was looking everywhere for Gex and I couldn't find it. And what do they get? They get Glover. I was like, oh, I hope this is a good platformer, and it was far below expectations, and it is one of the worst games I have ever played. And it's a disgrace to gaming, and all these games are disgraces to gaming. But these games are great compared to those games that I haven't played, like Big Rigs, in which you are winner. So anyways, those are my top 9 worst games of all time. Sorry for the negativity of this first top anything, but doing a top worst is a lot easier than doing a top favorite. So stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you later.